My name is Shay Brown. I'm doing my Communications 110 speech through BSC. It's a persuasive speech on gun control, and this is my audience. It's 1 a.m. in Los Angeles, outside a bar in a friendly part of town. Two adults are outside minding their own business, just having a nice conversation, when an escaped convict drives by and sticks a loaded pistol out the window and fires. He shot off a 20-round clip and killed the two guys standing outside, and wounded a person nearby who had just stepped out. We all wonder, how did this man gain possession of this gun, and how easy was it to get? Questions like these are becoming more and more popular. I chose this speech because I'm a passionate hunter, and have heard many tragic stories about accidents that have occurred due to bad gun control. I'm here to tell you the problems with gun control, situations that cause the problems, and what I see as potential solutions to solving the problems that arise. First, I'm going to identify what I see as a problem. Problems with people and guns. First thing is the definition of gun control. According to dictionary.com, it defines gun control as, quote, the government regulation of the sale and ownership of firearms. Most people have very easy access to guns because purchasing a gun is very easy and rather simple, and for some people, a big part of everyday life, or even a part of their job. Quote, as put by James Wilson in an article called Gun Control Isn't the Answer, he says, quote, those who cannot buy a gun will steal one or borrow one. Guns are not the only source of weapons. Just because the government wants to ban guns doesn't mean that if someone needs a weapon, they won't be able to find something else to use in place of a gun. Knives, for example, are another possible weapon. In the April 19, 2011 article on ndnews.org, it states, quote, a Lincoln man has been accused in the stabbing of his friend in an alcohol-fueled dispute. Here we see another example of a weapon and something that can always be a cause to people misusing guns. Secondly, what are some causes of gun control problems? What causes misuse? As I talked about in the last quote, alcohol is a major problem that can lead to violence with guns, and therefore leading to people believing that guns are the problem. They overlook the underlying problem. These same people also get easy access to guns. According to a July 22, 2009 article in the Star-Ledger, it says, quote, any citizen of Alaska who is not barred from owning a gun can get a permit to carry a weapon. Even for a person like myself who doesn't support government gun control, this is too lenient. Other things that can cause problems with people owning guns can be the location of where you grew up. We all know it does matter what part of the United States you grew up in, because that has an effect of how you were raised. For example, if you grew up in North Dakota versus a city with gangs and more prominent violence, your use for guns would be different. Oftentimes, these are used for protection, and sometimes in this situation, guns will be the only way to survive, either people protecting the city or those living there. Ted Nugent states in his website, tednugent.com, that, quote, anti-gunners side with rapists. Either you like the rapist shot, or you like the rapist raping. He also states, quote, who wouldn't want the cops armed with guns? They are trained to serve and to protect. You can't stop a bad guy with a middle finger and a bag of quarters. Finally, what I believe could be the solution to these issues. The first and very simple solution that comes to my mind would be proper education for both people that use guns and people that do not. If you educate both types of people, the ones that believe in government gun control would see that not all people that use guns use them for the wrong purposes. Hunter safety. As stated in hunting on wdfw.wa.gov, quote, hunter education is designed to promote hunter awareness, knowledge, and skills so that we may work together and continue our proud hunting tradition. Another solution is stricter guidelines to purchasing weapons, because according to the Second Amendment, it states, the the right to bear arms. I believe that we should not lose that right, but have better ways to manage who has those rights. Nevertheless, without guns, society would not prosper. We would not be able to defend ourselves, and things like hunting, which are done to provide food for families, these would not be options. According to David Kopel, in a 1988 article titled "Trust the People: The Case Against Gun Control," he states, quote, "Gun control is based on the faulty notion that ordinary American citizens are too clumsy and ill-tempered to be trusted with weapons. So, you see, the problems aren't really with the guns. It's the false notions that people have of them. So, once again, it's not the guns that are the problem, it's the people who abuse and use them improperly. We will fight for what we believe is right, and our society would not prosper without them." Thank you.